Erik, to your right here, you make the pinch in the first period. Obviously, it doesn't work out. Do the same thing, almost the same play in the second period. It works out, and it's a goal. And it seemed like that one had the biggest reaction from the crowd. Did you hear that reaction? What did you think of it?
Yes and no. I think that at the time, a lot of emotions, and obviously it was a huge goal for us since they just retook the lead. And again, sometimes it's easy to play with Stoney, and you just got to be at the right spot at the right time and find a way to get him the puck. And again, plays like that are going to go hopefully 70-30, and I was on the bad side on the first one. And again, it's not something that you try and think about. You just move on. Stuff like that are going to happen. I don't think that if it happens again, I'll take a different decision.
Matt, up front.
How special was it to see Freddie get his first goal of the season yesterday here in his hometown, and then Johnny get his second of the season in this game tonight? Plus, you contributed 4 assists over the 2 games. You guys get all 4 points in the 2 wins. Just, what did this all mean to you?
A lot, I think. When we traveled here, we put a lot of focus on, trying to get those 4 points, trying to stay in, and making sure that we realized that these are regular season games, and we wanted to take them as serious as possible, even though we're in a different country and we're going to try and enjoy ourselves as much as we can off the ice. And I think that the guys did a great job. As once we got here for the games, we stayed as focused as we possibly could. And then again, for Freddie and Johnny, to be able to score goals in different games, it's something that they'll remember for a long time. Their family, their friends, and you never know if you're ever going to get that opportunity again. So obviously very happy for them, and again, they're both incredibly good players that maybe don't get recognized as much as certain other players, and again, for them to be able to contribute in that way and showcase themselves a little bit here in front of the Swedish fans, I think is huge.
We'll do 2 more all the way to the right. Bruce.
Erik, I heard you say after your first period TV interview that the whole experience was kind of surreal to you. Did it turn out better than you expected, and not just because you got 4 points? But
I think so. I think that especially as Swedes, we knew kind of what to expect, coming to Stockholm, since we've been here before, but again, not in this situation, in these circumstances. I think that we had high expectations on going home and being able to perform in front of everybody here. And again, I think that the league did a great job in bringing a lot of people and making sure that everything was run the same way that we're used to. So once we were here, we didn't have to think too much. It was kind of more normal. And then again, I think that it definitely exceeded my expectations of how good it was really going to be. And I think that everybody kind of feels the same, even though it's a long trip and it's a hard trip and you're not feeling great for a few days. I think that it's all worth it at the end, and I'm sure that if you ask anybody in that room and in Colorado as well, I think that we'll be more than pleased to come back and do this again.
Erik, every time your face was shown on the board, you weren't even on the ice at the time. It was a huge cheer. Anytime that your name was announced, it was a huge cheer. Personally, to you, what did that mean? Can you put into words sort of what that means to you? Because from this reaction that you were getting over these 2 games.
No, I think it means a lot. Growing up watching, national team and being able to play for the national team and do well, and have the support from the Swedish fans and even non-fans that watch hockey that much, that you get recognized for something that you do in a different country, and that they still remember who you are. To get the opportunity to play in front of them, which unfortunately in these days are not coming along that often, since again we're not playing the Olympics, and it's very special. And I think that that's why we grew up dreaming about is playing in front of the people here in this country, and again to be able to come back and repay that a little bit and get the response that you do, and they show that they still really care, and they follow you over there and they know who you are. I think it's something that it's hard to explain for anybody who doesn't come from here growing up playing hockey in Sweden. I think it's one of the most special feelings in the world.